Good morning, everyone. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, and today is June 8th, 2021. As you know, Local 1000 had an election, and through the grace of God, my voters put me over the top, and I won the presidency. This video today is going to be very direct, sincere, and honest, and I'm not playing games with you. This video is about facts, fears, and feelings, the 3 F's. And I'll put my word on this, backed by my gold, okay? So I want you to hear me loud and clear. Fact is, I won the election. Fact is, the person that everyone said could never be beaten was beat. And her name is Yvonne Walker. Fact is, she still hasn't called me to tell me the exact day that I'm swearing in, the exact time. She hasn't emailed me to tell me, Richard, you're going to swear in on this day. That's a fact, okay? Margarita Maldonado, the chief of staff, has not reached out to me yet. That's a fact, okay? Fear is that Richard's going to destroy our union. The fear, through their feelings, is that Richard can't work with anyone. That's fear. The fact that I am willing to work with MTC and their supporters and Yvonne, well, she's on her way out, Yvonne's supporters. Those are facts. Okay? Those are facts. I'm reaching out. I want to build alliances with people in MTC and Yvonne's people as well. That's a fact. Fear that everything about the status quo of our union will go away. That's their fear, the fear of change. But what they really fear is my creative ability to represent all 96,000 people. That's their fear. Fear. They live life in fear. Fact. These people really don't want me around. That's a fact. Okay? That's a fact. You can see how these people talk about me on Facebook. They don't want me around. They're not accepting the fact that I won this presidency. That's a fact. The fear is that I'm working with these so-called anti-union forces to destroy our union. That's a fear, that's a myth, and that's a damn lie. Okay? That's a lie. Have I done interviews? Absolutely. Have I done interviews with someone who's trying to destroy our union? No, I have not. Did someone take some of my information and put it in other articles? Probably. I'm giving you facts. And I'm telling you about people's fears and their feelings about me. Fact. We have so many people in this union talking about Black Lives Matter. Fear that a real black man has won the election that's going to represent everybody equally, with equal respect, equal love, with equal intensity. That's what they're afraid of, because I don't fit their narrative. Fact. Okay? This is a fact. People are talking about me nonstop, and they're mobilizing, probably. It's not probably. You know I know what's going on. These people don't want me around. First thing, discredit me, decimate me, try to destroy my entire message, okay? That's what they're doing around the clock. And when I was asked to stop doing Facebook, my heart said, you cannot do that. Because they're trying to change the narrative. Listen to how I said this. Change the narrative. Because the truth is, you know I'm for you. And my supporters, my voters who have called me nonstop saying, be careful, Richard. Put your team together and put it together very carefully. I will honor what my voters tell me because they put me in this position to create the #1 union in the world. Not change the union, create the #1 union. There's a difference between changing and creating. If you don't know it, look it up in the dictionary. And you'll see my name probably next to it. Now, these fears of people saying all these malicious things about me on Facebook, keep it coming. Keep doing you, and I'm going to keep doing me. That is a fact. Okay? When I said I'm going to help those people, those state employees up there in Lassen County, that's a fact. Okay? The fear is that when we do that emergency vote to give them this money, The fear is that the board will be exposed. Because what you're going to find out is they find that the politicians who they say are our bosses, that's a lie, are more important than our own people, which is a fact. That's how they feel. Now, these facts and fears and feelings, they're here and they're not going anywhere. And I don't care what these people tell you about me. You have my number. You see my Facebook videos that I haven't deleted. I stand behind everything that I say, like my gold. My words are worth its weight in gold. And when our money was backed by gold, we didn't have inflation in this country. Look it up. Read. A lot of people think that I'm just going to go away quietly, get me up in office, and then they're going to run me out of here. That's what they're thinking. I'm reaching out to MTC and Yvonne supporters. I'm letting you know, let's work together. But I'm also letting you know today on June 8th, 7 days before the greatest day on earth, if you think for 1 minute you're going to run me, then it's showtime. If you think you're going to run me, try again. I wasn't afraid of Yvonne Walker years ago like the rest of you were. So you all walked around in fear. I don't live my life in fear. And if you live your life in fear, don't call me. Stop being afraid. Stand up. Be a real American and fight. That's who I am, a fighter. When you come at me, bring it. And when the next time you see those cops to my house, keep bringing them. And I'm going to keep surviving. Okay? You say that Black Lives Matter? You do all this woke stuff, acting like you so cool with black people? Well, you got one now. You got a real one now. Not California black. You got Missouri black right here in your face. Okay? And I'm going to treat everyone with fairness and respect. And you're not going to like it, but that's a fact. That's how I live my life. I'm not a hypocrite. So don't talk about Black Lives Matter. And then when I tell you the truth about helping everybody, now you want to run me off. You're not running me off. And I'm going to bring all the news media when I talk. Fox, NBC, ABC, CNN, CBS, all the cables. I don't care. Bring them. Because I got something to prove. If you've got the right one this time. You got the right one. These are facts. I am not backing off. Now, you can continue to tell people these lies about me trying to destroy the union when I'm trying to create this massive membership drive. And I'm begging people to come back to the union. Okay? We're going to create a real union where everybody's voice is heard, where it's not just one voice here and one voice there, not where the board thinks that they control everything, because they don't. They think they do. And I know they'll do anything they can to shut my mouth down. They gave the money to Gavin Newsom to help him fight his recall. They said that we, as the union, oppose the recall. Yes, they did it. Yes. When I become president, when I'm sworn in, all the former job stewards who want their stewardship reinstated, get at me. I'm not bluffing. Get at me. Have your ass down there at the union on day one, after I'm sworn in on my first day. Don't make no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm tired of people making excuses of what they can't do, what they could have done. Stop giving me those excuses. Show me some results, okay? I'm not making excuses for losing those 2 prior elections. I lost. I lost being somebody that I wasn't. Now, you're going to get Richard DeRio. All 7 days to start life, all 7 days to end life. To the 4 corners of the earth. Richard Lewis Brown is here. Richard Lewis Brown is here. Richard Lewis Brown is here for the duration. Okay? These people think they're smarter than me. They're so much smarter, so much more intelligent. Okay. Keep thinking that. Someone said, Richard, you know that Yvonne's setting up these contracts with the managers so that if you come in, if you try to fire them, they're going to get all this money. for them to walk away, you have to pay them $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. Is that really true? Maybe. Maybe. Well, how do you know I don't want to work with the managers? How do you know what I really want to do? Have I really told you everything? Have I? Do you want to know everything I'm going to do? You want to know my whole strategy? So the others can sit back and say, okay, we have this whole strategy. This is how we beat them. Really? I'm that stupid? Do you think I'm that stupid? And I am the most transparent leader you'll ever have in Local 1000. And you know that. And that's why they're trying to fight me every which way but loose. You don't have to be afraid to call me. I can have a civilized conversation. But if you come from me, best not miss. Don't miss. Okay? Because I'm not going to turn the other cheek. You come from me, then the war's on. I'm getting calls saying from my supporters, Richard, are these people going to really work with you? I want these people to work with me. I really do. But my supporters are not convinced of this. And my supporters put me in office. So when it all comes down to it, they call Trump. They have the final say. Okay? I wouldn't be here without the people who believed in me, who voted for me, and told their colleagues in these state agencies, vote for Richard. He's that guy. Okay? And my supporters accepted me on my good days and on my bad days. They still overlook my bad emails, misspelled emails, grammatical incorrect emails. They look past all that. I see you, Erwin. I'm working on a police report right now. I'm getting that 911 dispatch call. I can't prove who sent those cops, who made that call to send the cops to my house on May 25th at 5 o'clock in the morning. But we all know that Local 1000 was involved. Okay, we all know this. And did they call? Did Yvonne call to say, hey, Black Lives Matter? Hey, brother, how you feeling? Did she call to see how I was doing? No, she didn't call me. She didn't call me. Now, maybe she's busy. She probably is. But I thought with all those Black Lives Matter conversations they had last summer, at least my Black life would count currently in America. But it didn't happen. See, it did not happen. And maybe that was God showing you that when these people tell you about all these Black Lives Matter and all this social justice, it's just a bunch of hogwash. They don't care about me because I'm not saying what they want me to say. Hypocrisy. That's a fact. And the fear is that these people are running around telling people that I'm trying to destroy the union. The fear is that they're so intimidated by my words and by the truth that I say that they kick me off all those Facebook pages. And now that I'm the incoming president, do you think they would let me, come back and let me come back on those pages? I see you, Megan Corona. Thank you for inviting me back on COVID-19. Thank you very much. But the rest of them didn't do that because they're afraid of me. I could see if I was hanging on a corner with my pants sagging, with some gold in my grill, with a gun strapped on my backside, that would be some fear. Okay? Here I am, educated black man, living in America, served the country honorably, doing the best I can, not crying and giving no excuses for my shortcomings and the mistakes I've made in my life. I'm not giving no excuses. Okay? I've made mistakes. If I offended anybody on Facebook, I'm asking you right now to forgive me. But I bet you when you've offended me, you won't come and ask me to forgive you. And these so-called job stewards in Local 1000 and the names they've called me. And yes, I called Yvonne a high schooler because that's her educational level because she embraced that when she was doing her lectures years ago. Okay? So no, I wasn't trying to demean her. You people need to get your story straight. But you can't because you're liars. Yeah, how about that? When have I ever lied on anybody on Facebook? When I said all those things about all the other candidates when I was campaigning, was I wrong? Was I wrong when I said that stuff about Tony Owens? Was I factually wrong? No, I was not. And I'm still willing to work with Tony Owens. And we're going to talk. And we're going to figure out how he can work with me, get my 10-point platform passed. Okay? All these people telling you these things about me. And you have my number. And you're calling me. I'm going to stay strong, Stacey. I'm going to stay strong. I'm fired up this morning. I am not trying to destroy this union. I'm going to increase our membership. That 53,907, trust me, that number is going way up. and we're going to still reduce these dues, and we're going to still get out of politics, and we're going to still create the #1 union in the world, and we're going to have 2 term limits for all elected positions. We're going to get rid of all the time restraints to run for office. Wait, Beverly, when do you want to start preparing for our next contract? What do you think I'm doing right now, Beverly? You know, the bunk team hasn't come together yet. What do you think I'm doing right now, Beverly? I'm working. I'm putting it out there. We're getting a 21% pay increase. You say, well, how's that going to work? Let me keep talking. Okay? Now, I know we have that SBAC coming up. Yvonne has to still call me, and I know she will, and she'll put it in writing to tell me the exact day that I'm swearing in and the time. So if my supporters want to show up or they want to watch it on Zoom, they'll have time. I have confidence. I have confidence because I'm not living my life in fear. I'm living up my life on a fact of my belief of having faith in a higher power. That's what I'm doing. I would suggest that all of you do the same. And if you don't want to do that, you don't want to have faith in a higher power, then live by the golden rule. Okay? Treat others the way you want to be treated. And I'm asking MTC supporters and Yvonne supporters, you don't have to talk behind my back. Wait, let me clarify this. Yvonne supporters don't talk behind my back. They come right at me and tell me up front. I love that about Yvonne's people. They let me know off top how it's going down. And I respond right back with the same intensity. I'm still waiting for the MTC supporters to tell me openly that they're going to support me. See, I'm waiting for this. If you've noticed, the MTC supporters have not come out on Facebook and say, Richard, you won the election, other than you, Beverly Arias. Forgive me. They haven't come out and said, we got your back, and we're going to do everything we can to help you pass that 10-point platform. And the part of that platform that we don't agree with, we'll have to try to figure out how we can work together to make it happen. Remember, I'm on the election, not MTC. I'm the incoming president, not MTC. I set the pace. They don't set the pace. But they don't want to hear that. Those people who support MTC, have they come out in a group and say, hey, we're gonna come together, Richard, and we're gonna do everything we can to make sure you're successful because you did what we could not do. You did what we could not do years ago. You took her out. And I'm asking Yvonne supporters, stop telling these lies about me. Here's what I'll do, because I do all this talk. When they're ready to do a live Facebook, a live, none of that shop talk, that controlled environment. No. When you're ready to do a live Facebook, Robert Bays was the only person that had the courage to go with me live. Now, he's a college debate champion, so it wasn't no challenge for Robert Bays. He can challenge anybody any day of the week. It's just in him. He's got it in him. He's got that talent in him. He's not afraid. Respect to respect. I got you. But the rest of these people, I've asked these people over and over and over again, let's do a live video. They don't want to do live video because what happens is Richard starts to really drill and start to talk about everything he's gone through with these people. And what you're going to see is all the internal stuff that they want to keep quiet. And they can't keep that stuff quiet when they're talking to me. My recall on certain things, pretty good. Not as good as my uncles and my aunties. They got the photographic memory. I do the best I can to compete with my family on that photographic memory, but I can hold my own. I'm asking the MTC supporters, you want to do a live video where it's not controlled? Let's do one. And then let's talk about these things and talk about all my behavior and all the things I said in my campaigns going back to 2015. And let's see where I was wrong. But I was not wrong. All the things I put in this 2021 campaign brochure, I was correct. And I'm not backing up. You don't like my personality? Great. This is America. Okay? We have a big enough country. You can always move somewhere else. I'm not asking you to leave the country, but I'm asking you that if you don't want to work with me, then just tell me so I can scratch you off the list. The culture of backstabbing. Backstabbing. Keep watching me. Keep watching me. And I'm going to show you how these people operate. I'm going to show you how these people operated. Okay? And I had to think about this. People want me to change Listen to how I said this. They want me to change. How I campaign is one way. How I govern is another way. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. That's a statement for a certain person. I know he's watching. He'll text me afterwards and he'll lecture me, and I'll take his lecture because he's smarter than I am, and I'll take it. But at the end of the day, he knows that if this union falls, if this union fails, it's on my head, not his, not Yvonne Walker's, nobody else's, not MTC, not Yvonne supporters. If this union fails under my leadership, then I'm a failure. And Yvonne will be validated and vindicated with all her ways she, quote, led this union. Okay? The pressure's on me. And all the people who want to help me, who are in the background who want to help me, I know they're afraid too. Because they're putting their lives on the line dealing with a person like me. Here's what I'll say, because I know these people want to run me out of here as soon as I'm seated in that position of power. They're doing everything they can to get me out of here. I know this, and I've known this for months. For months. Now, can I prove it? No, I can't prove anything. Nobody's called in and said, well, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? No, I haven't heard nobody call and tell me anything. I'm telling you what my heart's telling me. My feelings are telling me. I'm going off my gut instinct, that divine revelation from God. I know these people are out to get me out of here. This is what I know. Because I speak too much truth, and I'm giving it to people, and they can't handle it. I'm not going anywhere until God says that I'm going somewhere. So whatever they're doing, do what you got to do. Do you. When it's all said and done, we're going to see what God has in store for you and for me. And whatever his will is, I'll accept it. I will embrace it. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to go back to I'm not going to turn to drugs, alcohol. I'm not going to blame so-and-so for letting me down. This falls on me. Okay? I'm going to accept this responsibility. And so all those people who are trying to work with me, when it's all said and done, I'm going to make sure that you are protected and your image stays well intact. And when things get tough, back up. I'll handle it. Thank you, Beverly. You have a great day too. Okay? But I'm fired up this morning on June 8th, 7 days before the best day on earth. I'm fired up. Okay? You keep doing what you got to do. Keep doing it. I'm game planning just for you. You said, well, who is you? Who are these people, Richard? You know their names? I told you I'd beat Yvonne Walker. Took me the third shot. I know what I'm faced with. I know what I got to do. Day one, people who are former job stewards, show up. You're going to be reinstated. Okay? That website will be completely opened up on day one. I got some other things coming too on day one. Remember I gave you those 3 or 4 professional videos? And you're probably wondering when would I go off again? I didn't really go off this morning. I'm game planning. And I'm looking at what I have to do. But I have to first get sworn in. The protest period ends on the 10th. I don't know if anybody's put in a protest. I don't know. No one's called and told me that. I don't know if Tony or Miguel or even Yvonne or Sophia, for the presidency. I don't know if someone's going to protest for the president, but it has to be one of those candidates who ran for president. So I don't know those answers. And after the 10th, if someone did protest, I don't know how the elections committee is going to rule and how fast will they rule, or will they wait all the way up to the 25th? We know that it's supposed to be a swearing in on the 26th and the 27th, but we don't know exactly which day it is. I'm saying the 26th because that's the way they've always done it. That's the way they've always done it, unless they're going to change up now. Change up. Yeah. I'm telling you these things. Keep watching. And you need to go to these other Facebook pages and watch how these people are talking. Because what you're going to see, they're painting this narrative that I'm trying to destroy the union. That's their fear from their feelings, because the status quo is not over for them, and they know this. And someone was saying, well, what about our little, what do you call it? Those, oh God, the little groups, committees. That's it. I'm talking a mile a minute. The committees in the union. What about that, Richard? And what about the way we always do things? You know, are we always going to stay on schedule? Well, nothing's on schedule right now. I can't even tell you the exact day I'm swearing in. Nothing is on schedule. Everything is up in the flux. Everything's up in the flux when they did the side letter agreement. Everything's up in the flux. Nobody knows. That's why everybody's so afraid. And they have that fear inside of them. And that's why they're attacking me. Because they know I'm not afraid. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Everything is up in the flux. Nobody knows anything. But who does that benefit? Think about it. I can't tell you exact answers on things. So who does that really benefit? Does it benefit me as a leader? Absolutely not. So who would that benefit if everything's up in the flux and everything's a great mystery and we don't know what people are doing? Who does that benefit? It benefits the status quo. Facts, fears, and the feelings. I'm done talking. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. You're right, Donna. It could be as late as, 5 o'clock. I had to do my military in my mind real quick. Listen, I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is June 8th, 2021. And what I'm telling you is this. These are facts that I won. These are facts that I'm with you. And I'm going to do everything I can to get you that money and protect you in the workplace and create a whole new culture for this union. Changing the culture, that's not going to get it done. When they tell you they're going to change, no, they're not. When people tell you they're going to change, what they're going to do is change things to benefit themselves. They want the power. I'm talking about creating a whole new culture. And I'm telling you that if I'm fortunate enough to get through this term and maybe run for another term, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not sitting here trying to run forever and ever and ever and be a politician. These other people can't tell you that. They'll tell you, well, we'll do 2 terms and then we'll relax a little while and then we'll come back. No, no, no. All this nuanced BS. It's just BS. You know, when they nuance this and they nuance that, that's because they're not being totally truthful with you. Because they're after something. They're after what Yvonne had. I'm not after what she had. I'm trying to get you this money. That's all I'm trying to do. Facts, fears, and their feelings. Don't let these people tell you that I'm trying to destroy the union and that I'm working with this anti-union thing. And before I finish, let me set this record straight. Okay? I'm black. But don't stereotype black men. Okay? Don't. And don't stereotype Republicans. Don't stereotype all the police. Stop the stereotypes. Okay? Fact is, I'm black. But the fear is, I'm a scary black person because of the negative stereotype, the racist stereotype of black men who speak with passion. Okay? I'm not going to stereotype all Republicans because not all Republicans are anti-union. That's a fact. And it's based off the fear. The fear is not all police are bad. I believe in police unions because I'm not a hypocrite, because I believe in the labor union. About labor. Don't stereotype police. Don't stereotype white people. Don't stereotype black people. Don't stereotype Mexicans. Don't stereotype anyone. This is what they don't want me talking about. See, the hypocrisy in our union. These Republicans are this, and they're trying to destroy us. And half our union is full of Republicans, and they want to unify our union. How can they? They can't. That means they're for the status quo. And when we have these board of directors meetings, you just watch how I put it on them. You just watch how I put it on them. I'm going to show you how these people really get down. You don't have to worry. Let me shut my mouth. It's June 8th, 2021. I love you. Have a great day. I'm not mad. I'm not, scary. But I'm bringing it to you, okay? I'm bringing it, and I'm not backing up. Thank you. Bye-bye.